Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to start with the last lesson of our history syllabus, which is lesson number 12, India Transform Part 2. In lesson number 11, we learn about India's transformation after independence, and that was our part 1. So now we are going to talk about some transformation which happened in health field, environment, as well as educational field, sports field, and some cultural and the tourism field transformation. Actually this lesson is very easy. If you will read, then also you will get the information, and the general information it is given in the lesson. Okay, so let's begin. Now in this lesson, student, we are going to learn about social domain, health, environmental field, educational field, means transformation which happened in this field that we are going to discuss. Sports field we are going to talk cultural heritage and tourism. Okay, so first we are going to start with our 12.1, which is social domain. We are on page number 99. Okay, so student, when we talk about transformation, so social transformation is also important. The government is actively trying to reduce the social disparity. Okay, so when we want transformation, so not only in economical field, educational field, but on a social level also we need equality, and that is the main aim of the government. And for that sake, the human right protection, which is Act 1993, is very important. National Human Right Commission, it was established under this act. Okay, so what is the objective of this act? Its objective is to protect fundamental human rights like right to life, equality, etc. The Human Rights Act was formed to protect human rights of the people of India, to give them a suitable platform in case of any violation of the same. This act establishes the human rights courts and human rights commissions on both national as well as on state level. The Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 in section 3 lays down constitution of the National Human Rights Commission. Though this act was passed and came into force in the year 1993, the development of human rights courts is yet to be seen. A few technical issues restrain the development of human rights court in India. According to this act, the commission can act on basis of a report of a case of deprivation of fundamental human rights published in newspaper or other media. A complaint can be lodged by a social activist or a social institute on behalf of the victim. So if the person get any problem related to his equality, related to his life, because every person is on equal level, we should not discriminate that person on the basis of economy, color, caste. Okay, so every person have that right to live freely, to do occupation freely, and suppose if the person is having any problem related to this, so that person can lodge a complaint, and social activist or any social institute can lodge that complaint against that person on behalf of that person, the person who is victim. In 2005, as all we know, that Domestic Violence Act, it was also passed. So what is this Domestic Violence Act? This act actually it is for the protection to the woman from the domestic violence, because when the woman get married, so that time if she has any problem regarding her in-laws or husband, if the those people from in-laws or husband they torture that woman, so that woman can lodge complaint against her family, that is domestic violence. So the most of important provision in this act is the right of woman on the house where she has been residing. So where that woman she is residing, she has right to live there freely. If she has any problem, so that time she can lodge complaint against that person even if she doesn't own the house, but wherever she live, she has that right to live freely. And as we know that in India, what is the main problem, that people they don't want girl child, and this we can make sure when 2011 census the ratio in India it was shown, because the ratio of the girls is very low according to that census. In the age group of 0 to 6 year, the number of girl is only 914 against 1000. Means suppose if the 1000 boys are there, so after that 1000 boys only 914 girls are there. And this statistic was warming of a grim social situation which is happening in India. This statistic was warning of a grim social situation which we can see in India, and several women organizations raised their voice against this thing. The state government of Maharashtra they ban sex or gender prediction test of a child, and they launch a program called Lek Ladki. So the state of government they are doing their best to increase the number of girl child. We know that now everywhere the prediction test for sex, for gender prediction test is banned. If doctor is doing that, if any family is doing that, so that is against law. So the government can register complaint against that family. And government is also launching a program called Lek Ladki to increase the number of girl child. Gradually the social loathing for the birth of a girl is diminishing because of the growing awareness. And on the basis of that, the Indian constitutional framework they envisions an equal society. Any discriminatory practices against girls or women, to ensure the creation for the same, the government of India has implemented several beneficial schemes and policies for the girl child in India. So some schemes are like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana is also there, Balika Samruddhi Yojana, National Scheme for Incentive to Girl for Secondary Education. Here the scheme is particularly which is aimed for the upliftment of girls from backward classes. They get incentive for the education. CBSE scholarship scheme for girl child. State government scheme for girl child. So here we can see that government they are trying their best. They are trying to motivate the people for increasing the number of girls against boys. Now next faculty we are going to talk about, that is health. And health, the most important part we will see, that is polio eradication. Actually eradicating polio in India, it was a feat of dedication, commitment and simply doubling down on immunization activities. Given India's vast population, tropical climate in many parts of the country and other environmental challenges, it would be easy to imagine that if polio couldn't be stopped, India would be the place to fail. Simply put, it was a challenge. After all, India constituted over 60% of all global polio cases as recently as 2009. The transformation of India, it was bound to reflect in field of health also. In 1995, the Health Department of Indian government launched campaign which is called as Pulse Polio, and it was started jointly under the sponsorship of WHO, World Health Organization, UNICEF, Rotary International and Government of India. And this campaign's main objective, it was to eradicate polio from India. This campaign, it was run student with the determination not to leave a single child which is under the age of 5 years without administering polio vaccination. However, in 2014, India, it was officially declared polio free along with the rest of the Southeast Asia region. Thanks to the singular commitment of the Indian government at all levels, partners of the global polio eradication initiative which is taken by WHO, Rotary International and UNICEF, polio it was tackled head on. India has not had a single case of wild polio virus since 2011. Now, India had long been considered one of the most difficult geographical locations to eliminate the disease. Success in India really changed the game, and now it serves as an example that eradication of polio is indeed possible when the world marshal political will and commits adequate resources to the cause that affects everybody worldwide. Various means were used to make campaign absolutely successful, like awareness camp. It was held by WHO, by Rotary International, as well as the home visit. Here the doctors they used to visit home, and everywhere they used to give the vaccination for child who is under 5. Extensive advertise they had done that time through the various media. So this step it was taken by government, and now we can say that India is totally free from polio. Now next health field which we are going to talk about, that is Ayush. This is a new word for us, right? So what is this Ayush? What is mean by Ayush? Actually Ayush it is an acronym that is used to refer to the non-allopathic medicinal system in India. So here it include the Indian medical system of Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. So Department of Ayush, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, all they have launched Ayush Mission, which is also known as NAM, National Ayush Mission, during 10th plan for implementing through states. The basic objective of NAM is to promote Ayush medical system through the cost effective Ayush services, strengthening an educational system, facilitate the enforcement of quality control of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani, homeopathy drugs and sustainable availability of ASU and H raw materials. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of the Government of India, they opened this new department for developing alternate medicine like Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Homeopathy. Since 2009, this department is known as Department of Ayurveda, Yoga, naturopathy, Unani medicine, Siddha and homeopathy. So short form is Ayush, and it is working for the development of for the syllabi and education of these branches of medicine, advanced research, standardization of medicine. So here are the objective of Ayush: upgradation of Ayush educational standard. Government government wants to upgrade the standard of education, quality controls and standardization of drugs, and improving the availability of medicinal plant material. Okay, so now student, next field we are going to talk about, that is environment, where all we live, we are surviving in this environment. Okay, so we need healthy and happy environment, then only we can survive ourselves. So this is the most part of the life of human being. Now today we can see most of the state, they are facing problems of increasing air pollution, especially when we go to metro cities. So there we can see that air pollution, that is the biggest problem of that state or of that city. The pollution, the air pollution, it caused because of automobiles, and that is an issue of a great worry. The Center for Science and Environment, they are studied the problem of pollution, especially in Delhi, and made the public aware of it, because in Delhi so many automobiles are there and so many bicycles uh, bicycles are there, and because of that the air pollution is increasing day by day. So there is a need of public awareness. It has been proved that the cause of pollution in Delhi is basically, that is increasing number of automobiles and vehicles only, and that is without any maintenance. They are running on street and cause the emission. They are just emitting the poisonous gas and carbon particles, and they are very dangerous to human health. That's why we know that Delhi, that is the heritage monuments of India, right? So take care of that city, take care of every city of India, that is our responsibility. So it should not be get affected because of the air pollution, because of any pollution, air, water or noise pollution. So the institution recommended the use of CNG. CNG means, that is compressed natural gas, which we can use as a fuel for vehicles, and because of that gas what happened, it reduce air pollution. Because of that gas the air pollution does not happen. So that can be the solution for the air pollution, and based on this recommendation, now the Supreme Court also, they issued permission for CNG for public transport vehicle since 1998. After that, one policy of permitting only the vehicles who are done test, and that test is known as pollution under control, that is PUC. Okay, so if the vehicle is passed this test, pollution under control, that vehicle only get the permission on street. And it was decided that vehicles without PUC certificate will not qualify for insurance and for renewal of insurance. Several centers, they are issuing PUC certificates where open chemical influence drain into rivers, stream is the major source of the water pollution. So air pollution is not only the problem, but so many type of the pollutions are there, like soil pollution today also there, water pollution is there, noise pollution is there. So somewhere we have to stop all this type of the pollution. This is our responsibility, that is social responsibility, that everybody should try to take care of environment. Now we can see that so many activists are there, socialists are there, they have contributed their self for the conservation and for the preservation of the environment. Chipko movement, we all have heard about that. Medha Patkar, Narmada Bachao movement, Dr. Rajendra Singh, water conservation. All these are the great names in this field who try to always conserve and protect, preserve environment. The pollution of the water and food is increasing because of the artificial and non biodegradable materials like plastic and pesticides. So we have to reduce the use of this material, we have to reduce the use of pesticides, chemicals when farmers they use this in their farming. So we have to tell them, we have to let them aware about the ill effects of pesticides and chemicals, as well as this is also causing degradation of the soil. It causes a spurt of various diseases in humans, animals and plants, and that creates a harmful situation for general health. And that's why today we can see that people they want village life, they are just attracting towards that life, they want to go to village area and they want to enjoy that life because that is pollution free life and where they get healthy and good food. So the three experiments in Maharashtra in the context of conservation and preservation of environment are indeed worthy of mention. So now in the next lecture we are going to talk about some prominent names of this field who has done great work to preserve, to conserve environment, and their work we are going to talk in the next lecture. Okay, so today we have discussed about health industry, polio eradication, as well as about Ayush, and then we talk about air pollution, water pollution, social domain we discuss, and some general concept we have discussed like PUC, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, sex ratio. Okay, so next lecture we are going to continue with the work of these great people and we are going to talk about their work, what they have done for the environment. Okay, so have a great day and thank you.